Hey guys, what's up? It's Cyclone here. I'm using a new build combination with two pieces of gear that really seem to work nicely together, and this is relying mostly on the Whiskey Foxtrot shield. Now, I have an empowered variant, which has 25% max capacity. This is the best version to get. You want the higher shielding so that you have more chance to drop the IEDs. That's very important. So try to find an empowered Whiskey Foxtrot if you can. So mine's, 9756. That's actually pretty good with Moe's. I'm like over 16,000 shields. I'm using the Quasar in combination with this. Now, why is that? Because the Quasar pulls enemies around the map, but it also can pull them into the IEDs that this shield produces. We couple that with some AOE. Actually, I'm using the wrong mod here. Would you go figure? I'm using the correct mod here because I am trying to heal my shielding with this build, and this is a way for me to do that. Although, if I really wanted to get crazy with using the basically, I'm kind of increasing my survivability with this because the explosions are everywhere. So you could use something with just splash damage and radius, but in practice, I'm finding that having the extra survivability is very good. I mean, these IEDs, because my shield is so active as Moe's, the IEDs are flying like crazy. And they actually do a significant amount of damage. Just with this mod right here, I have AoE and shock. And that's not even including if I use a weapon. That's just the shield and the grenade acting together. So, I tested this in a negative and a neutral mayhem, and it even performed well in a negative environment. But let's just take a look and see what I rolled. Oh, great. Half damage with all guns. They take 50% less damage from everything. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. That is an absolutely horrendous roll. So let's actually see how it does in a really shitty roll. I'm just curious. I have no ammo with these guns, but you know what? Who needs ammo? I have shields. Oh, it's really nerfed. Holy shit. That's not good. Wow, look at how weak these are with the mods. Oh my god. F that. That's a horrible roll, guys. This is like the worst fucking mayhem mode. But you'll see how this build works in just a moment. Dead. The IEDs are amazing. The best part is they don't get affected by mayhem all that much, you know? When you have the Bangarang, you can destroy things, even on a negative. This is one of the best pistols in the game, no doubt about it. And it's really cool to see Tediore have good representation in this game. I mean, I did not like them in the other game, Borderlands 2 in particular, but like, oh man! But they're actually quite solid here, as you can see. We're at super nerf damage right now. Shock and gun damage are reduced, and yet... Boom! I love it. I love it, man. Now you can use any gun you want. I'm using this because of the insane damage. Homing meteors are incredible weapons. They're so good with a variety of builds. And you don't have to aim with them, which means you can run around and mob a lot more effectively. That's the best part about them. So I could use a flacker, but you know, it's a little bit more point and click style. I like to be mobile, so these homing meteors are nice. I have this Gibber gun, a ×2 SMG with fire damage. A nice complement with the other damage sources I'm using. The IED goes out. And he'll be dead right here soon. This SMG is not as powerful as the Bangarang, but it is less dangerous. If the fire damage isn't nerfed, it actually is pretty damn crazy on the damage. Oh, fuck your flamethrower, heavy baloney. Oh, heavy city. Yeah. This is a really fucking annoying mayhem mode. Oh my goodness. Time for the flacker. Oh! Massive multi-kill there. Look at that. The IED hit, the grenade hit. Oh! It's awesome, man. Again, you really want the empowered version because you need to spam those IEDs. That's how the build works. If you don't have the IEDs going out, it's not really being useful. So, big, important thing to concern yourself with. Get the empowered version of the Whiskey Foxtrot. The fact that I have an amped one is okay. I mean, if I'm using like a rocket launcher or a flacker, it's actually pretty good in combination with some of its IEDs. So I will say I wasn't a fan of the shield with the lower capacity. It was so weak. But I'm glad I found this. so I can have a use for it. Again, as you just saw, that IED spam is really cool. It just covers the area in those explosives. And we're on ultra nerf damage, so that's really awesome. Like, this is definitely an endgame viable build. It's definitely a farming build that you can do. Yep, we're still... Look at those rolls. They're terrible. Absolutely horrible. And as you saw, I can bring the flacker out if I have stupid, badasses with resistances. That's why this is a good place to test builds, because, again, if you're fighting the badasses, you are fighting enhanced health and shielding plus elemental res, which is... not even the strongest build could hurt a elemental resistant enemy.
Opening up a fight.
Whoop ass, baby. Oh!
Get over here, dickweed.
Oh! If I just want to go hardcore shielding, I definitely can here. I can actually damage my own shield by just... It's a little bit more dangerous to do that, obviously. Look at my shield now. You know. It is an option if I so desire it to be. Yeah.
I'll take that.
Oh no! What are you doing? Kind of funny. Now I got someone like Trant. I mean, I can go with this. I can really go with anything I want. He might be hard to kill with these stupid modifiers. What? Boo! I didn't think that would hit me. This is gonna be annoying.
Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right?
Whatever. Yeah. Damn you, Malik.
About time.
So yeah, pretty fun build, guys. Crazy. We're at hyper nerf damage right now. Still able to clear stuff pretty well. Great build. I think this is one of my favorites so far. I mean, I can go flacker, any OP item that I want, and it works great. It's like, well, what are you looking for? What type of guns do you want to use? I usually prefer TDRs so I can be mobile, right? Oh, that's not bad. You know what, ×2 that shoots enemies. So again, that's just an update on the build. We're focusing on the empowered Whiskey Foxtrot, or Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. And we're focusing on the Quasar to pull enemies toward those IEDs. You don't have to use the Quasar. I like the Quasar. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite grenades in the game. And it's just... I love throwing people around. It's just too much fun. But it does help. I mean, you can clump all the mods into an IED, throw out a TDR. You've just done single target burst damage on a clump of enemies. That's kind of what this build is trying to do. Without you needing a rocket launcher or something heavier, it allows you to also be mobile and skirmish a little bit more with an explosive gameplay style. That's kind of the goal. So it does that well, and it's a good choice. I think this is a build that works. When you look at the 50% damage of the low guns and the elemental nerfs, that's great, right? That's really a good sign for this build. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. Cyclone signing out. I'll see you around.